Hello and welcome back to Crusade Carnate and Byron. And, well, technically it's actually the Kingdom of Byronia now, more than a Crusade playthrough. But I suppose because we are using the Crusade units, it does make a little bit more sense for me to say that. But anyway, we're going to be into a battle here almost immediately. And this is Mantios from the Empire, whichever one it is, Northern or something like that. They all blend into each other for me, so... Generally, I don't really discriminate too much against any of them or all of them, whatever the way it goes. And it's actually snowing in a really pretty cool looking way, actually. So, yeah. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of blood on the snow very soon, so better get ready for that. Anyway, let's get ready. Ooh, nice. That was a nice neck shot. Nice headshot there. Maybe we can do a little bit more. I'm looking forward to it. I actually really like fighting with Byron, and it's funny because there are a lot of reasons why I wouldn't normally. Because here's the thing: I'm pretty awful as a horse archer. I know this. You know this. Everyone knows this. And yeah, basically, it's funny because I used to be really, really bad. As you could no doubt tell, at the beginning of this series, I couldn't hit anything. Couldn't hit anything, was basically missing almost every shot, you know, that kind of thing. But as time has gone on, I've gotten a bit more used to things, and I am very much enjoying the whole horse archer activity. Because, of course, you know, it's all about staying a bit cautious about what you're doing and going in only when you think, hey, you know, let's just get in there with the pole arm or something like that, you know, and then it's going to be a whole bunch of fun. And I like it. I like it a great deal. Now, do I like it more than being a two-handed weapon user, like, for example, in our Bannerlord playthrough, because I'm actually playing with two-handed in that. And do I like it more than that? I think it's different. That's the point. It's very, very different. And that's what I very much enjoy about sandbox games, RPGs in general. For example, Bannerlord. You know, Bannerlord has those kinds of playstyles, and they're all different. They all feel incredibly different in comparison to what you would normally think. For example, playing as a crossbowman or playing as an archer. What do you think's going to happen there? It's pretty much the same thing, isn't it? No, actually not. It is actually not. Not the same. Because, yeah, it's a ranged character, sure. It's definitely a ranged character. But you got to remember that it is very different in the way that each particular ranged weapon works. So, you know, for example, a crossbow is much slower but has a little bit more power to it, and a bow, obviously it's going to be much faster. So it really does make a big difference in what you decide to do. So anyway, let's just put this guy in here, put all these guys in here, and then we'll just take Mantios and we will put him into the garrison at Argaron. That's basically what I've been doing. Now, what I am planning on is I'm hoping that they will try for a ransom at some point. I'm hopeful that a ransom will come through and then we will be able to barter with them. Because if you've seen the most recent Pelosaur episode, which is our trading character, then you will know some very cool stuff has happened. I won't spoil it here in case you want to watch it still. But it is crazy how much you're able to do with a trading character. You really are so incredibly powerful. And I'm not even talking about on the battlefield here. You're just able to manipulate the game world in a way that almost seems omnipotent. You're almost Q from Star Trek The Next Generation. You're almost... whoever else you can think of. The God from Black and White, you know, that game all the way back in the early 2000s. That is the kind of thing that you're going to get from being a trading character. And it's crazy because you wouldn't expect a skill that relies on you not going into battles to be an effective game changer in that respect. You know, because... you would think, oh yeah, okay, it's going to give me some better prices or whatever, you know, it's going to give me some better prices and, you know, it's probably going to give me, I don't know, the ability to trade and see profits and make caravans and workshops slightly better and stuff like that. But the ability to, as I've said, change the game world fundamentally and change the balance of power in such a simple way is very, very addictive, very powerful to do that. Very, very cool. So if you haven't seen it yet, I'd highly recommend watching part 8. I think it's part 8. I think it's going to be called something like God of Trading or something like that. It's probably going to be called something like that. So I would recommend watching that. If you haven't seen any of the Trader series, then if you want to see something really cool, and if you haven't played the game yourself, and you haven't seen anyone else play it, especially a trading character, then I'd highly recommend, if you only have to see one of those, then you should definitely check out that episode. It is highly recommended because I had so much fun in that episode. I was not expecting to get to where I did in that, but it happened. It happened. And I was blown away by how crazy it actually turned out to be. So yeah, definitely highly recommended. And it's not just because it's my own series or anything like that, but it was just such a cool moment that I don't want you to miss out on it if you are at all interested in, you know, trades and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, that is going to be a nice victory for us right there. And we lost no one. Yes, of course. There we go. 20 renown. We gained some influence. Bear in mind that we are still going to... Wow, we're getting 10,000? That's really nice. Bear in mind that we're still gaining the ability to barter with them when that ransom comes through. If it does, I'm actually not sure why their ransoms are not coming through yet, but I'm hopeful that they will not decide to make peace with us. Aha! Hello there. An emissary from Roger from the Southern Empire. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so here's the thing. Remember when I said that I was going to be super, super nice and I was just going to let them go for no cost whatsoever? I'm actually going to change my thought process on that. I would actually just like to see, are we at war against the Southern Empire? No, we're not. No, we're not at war against the Southern Empire. Are we? No, I don't believe so, which is kind of strange. Huh. Okay, let's discuss then. Okay, so... Oh, she wants me to release this guy. Oh, okay. So, I'm going to ask for money. I'm going to ask for money here. And we're going to see how much she's willing to give me for this guy. Look at this. We're literally going to get about 58,000 for the release of this fellow. And I'm perfectly happy to accept that. Because we gained charm skill. We gained 58,000 gold. And this is the reason also why I would very much like to see a bunch more of these ransoms actually start happening. I think that could be really, really fun. Now, what I'm also going to do, and don't worry about this, I did say that I was going to install it at some point, but basically what I'm going to do is I will try to... I will install the rulership mod. Someone specific has been recommending a lot of really, really cool mods to me in the comments, so thank you very much for that. I very much appreciate it. And this is another one from that person. And rulership apparently allows me to create vassals out of companions, or indeed make my children into, you know, into vassals, which is going to be super, super cool. And here's Barnabas. Look at this. He's actually grown up. He actually looks like his father. That is hilarious. Wow, that's kind of cool. And then obviously we have Barney here, who looks a little bit different. Doesn't have so much of a mustache. And then we got Bruce here, who's 17. He still hasn't really grown up too much. And then we have Yana and Yara, who's 24. And it's so cool. It's really, really cool to have a family system in Bannerlord. It really is. It's super fun to see that. Okay, so I'm just going to go into the tavern district here. I'm just going to sell all my prisoners. And then we will continue onward. Did I actually gain anything right here? Did I gain any traits or something like that? No. I thought I might have gained some charm skills, but no. Alright, not too bad then. Okay, so I think I probably want to fight this guy first off. And then what we're going to do... Oh, look at this, Bruce. Bruce is coming in here at the perfect moment. Wow. Look at him. He's really good. I feel like, is it just me, or does it seem like Bruce, in particular, is a much smarter, I don't know what to really say, much smarter AI than the rest of my parties? Because Bidal, for example, Bidal has been taken prisoner almost every single time I've tried to make him into a party. And Bruce has not gotten himself taken prisoner once, and he has leveled up significantly in that time. As you can see, he's actually still leveling up his bow and riding skill and things like that. And Bidal, on the other hand, continually needs me to save him. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. Maybe it is literally just because Bruce is our son, and he does have a pretty decent amount in scouting skills. Scouting skill might actually make it possible for him to survive where others might not, because their scouting skill, of course, does not give them a wide field of view. And having a wide field of view, as we know, if you're a player of first-person shooters or something like that, first-person view in that, you're going to need a decent field of view, otherwise you're going to get nauseous and stuff. So it's the same kind of thing with this, where being able to see more of the land, being able to uncover your opponents before they get the drop on you, that's the kind of thing that is going to make a big difference to Bruce. Truly, you are the best of friends. Oh, yes, it's not your father at all, Bruce, is it? Yes, it's not your father at all. Okay. Well, anyway, let's just take this guy prisoner. We've actually got a whole bunch of troops here. I think I will probably take these because I have such a massive army size at the moment, which I think is a bit silly, to be honest. I think my army size is way too big for what it is at the moment. So I might have to slim it down a little bit by maybe giving Bruce some troops. That might make sense. So I think we'll probably do something about that. But otherwise, we're just going to place all these guys in here with the exception of this one. And we can actually manage the castle as well. I should probably put a governor here or something, shouldn't I? Yeah, we should put Yara there, or Barney or something. Yeah, we'll put Yana there, why not? And then she's just going to create all of these. Wow, this is a lot of work, isn't it? This is a lot of work. Okay, well, they have a good amount of construction speed, so it's not going to take that long. So, or at least I hope not. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so I'm actually going to go over to Bruce and actually just give him the unit that we just got. Okay, so let me inspect your troops. Okay, so what does he actually have here? He's got a bunch of Imperial recruits, but he's only got 7 of them. Look at that. He's only got 7 of them. He's doing a pretty good job in leveling them up into some pretty decent people here. I like it. So let's just give him a bunch of units that I gained here that I don't particularly want to use. I will be keeping most of these, but he can have the Sturgians and some of the mercenaries as well. And I think that's pretty good. And I think I'm going to keep the rest. Bidal, here you go, Bidal. Oh, look, there's Barney. He's looking hilarious with that hat, isn't he? Because it kind of makes him seem like he's a bit bald, but he does have hair, I think. But I guess it's because it would clip through that hat pretty badly if it was actually displayed. So there's that. But anyway, let's take a look at our policies real quick, because we have a whole bunch of them at the moment. Trial by jury. Clans lose one influence per day. All clan leaders whose charm is high, then okay. Town loyalty increased. No. Settlement loyalty is increased by 2. That actually seems pretty cool. Let's do that. I have no idea what I'm doing, just so you know. Just like every other leader in every country in the world, right? Yeah, that seems to be happening. All right, so anyway. Oh, what? Twins? Twins has given birth to twins. Oh, wow, that is actually kind of hilarious. Okay, I have no idea what to do with this. As every parent says that has twins. Yes, apparently. Okay, so it's actually a boy and a girl. It's actually a boy and a girl. So Anat is the girl and Oloran is the guy. Okay, I have no idea what to call them. I'm so sorry. I really have no idea what to call them. So, who am I naming right now as well? Who am I actually naming? Because it just says naming newborn and we've had twins. So I have no clue what they are Oh dear. I guess the girl is going to be the first one because she's the one that is that is higher up in the list than the guy. So okay. I don't know. Triss? I don't know. And the other one is going to be Geralt. Why not? Okay. Now wouldn't it be hilarious if they're mixed up? Yep. They are. Wait a minute. What? Why? Why is it like this? Is it stuck? Is it literally stuck now? Because... Okay, wait a minute. Okay, there seems to be some weird... Yeah, look at that. Okay, so there's... Okay, so Triss is done. And does that mean I can't rename the other one now? No, I can't rename the other one. I think that there was some weird thing going on there because there's only one window and it doesn't allow you to specify which one you're naming. So I was basically just renaming the girl every single time. So at least she doesn't have Geralt's name now because let's face it, we probably don't want a girl to be called Geralt, do we? But anyway, let's have everyone charge and we'll see what we can do. This episode's full of it, isn't it? It's just full of all kinds of dramatic stuff happening. First, you know, we get the opportunity to ransom someone back and gain a huge amount of cash in the process. And then we have the opportunity to have twins, which is crazy. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Okay, so I'm hopeful that I will get to 175 bow skill soon. If I could actually start hitting things, thank you very much. There we go. That's a bit better. Gotta be a bit careful. There we are. Nice headshot. Nice. Okay. I'm doing much better than I used to, that's for sure. I'm still missing every so often, but that is to be expected. Can't hit them all, I guess. How did I miss that? Went right through them. Did you see that? It was like threading the needle. Okay, let's try and take out that crossbowman. He's no doubt going to do a lot of damage, as you can see. Yeah, he actually tried to take me out, but we took him down. Oh, yes. There we go. All right, so that's Krotor. That is Krotor. He's done. And, wow, look at him. He's literally done. Very, very severely indeed. And that's it. Fantastic. Let's get some more influence. Thank you very much. It seems like I'm starving for influence at the moment, which is a bit weird, considering we're taking so many of these guys prisoner and everything, and defeating them, in fact. It's taking a very long time for us to do anything about our influence. But, oh well, never mind. Okay, I'm pretty good with the way that we have this so far, so we can head back to Atrion Castle, because, as I've said before, my improved garrisons mod is making it possible for prisoners to be automatically recruited into the garrison, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm hopeful that it is actually working as intended, because maybe it's not. But whatever the case, there's just a huge amount of prisoners here. So if I do need a massive cash boost at some point or another, or whatever, then I can just take those prisoners out and sell them all in the nearby town. That seems like a good idea. And speaking of a massive cash boost, let's sell some of our junk, shall we? Look at this. Look at all this junk that I have here. Let's sell it all. There you go, 8,500. We can sell all of this as well because, let's face it, I'm never going to be using any of these things. And should I buy some new armor for myself? Yeah, why not? Look at that. I'm going to pay 15,000 for that. That's pretty good, actually. I'm pretty happy with this. So let's sell the rest. And we'll sell all of this as well. It's about time that Byron actually got some additional stuff, didn't he? And then we can sell all of this as well. There we go. And I think that's perfectly fine. Okay, so there you go. We gained 12,000. That's pretty good. And we have 63 influence. So it might make sense for us to look through a couple of policies here. Bear in mind that we are going to, of course, be trying to eliminate the Crusade Khanate later on in the series to try and, shall we say, build the foundations for the Khergit Khanate. I think that could be quite fun, and I'm hopeful that maybe Masui will actually end up joining us, because Masui is, of course, the mother of our wife, and she's also the leader of the Kurgid clan, so that would make a lot of sense. Anyway, let's have a look. For kingdom decisions, tier 4 clan choices have double effect. No. Trade tax paid to the town owners increased by 3%. Town prosperity is decreased by 0.2%. Personally, I don't think 0.2% is that much, but trade tax, I don't know how much that's actually going to give me. Let's actually take a look here. We have land tax, we have a bunch of other taxes here. Maybe getting some money would be pretty good. Town security, towns with a security greater than 60 yield 1 additional influence. Castle upgrade costs are reduced by 20%. Castle, oh, that's actually pretty good. That seems like a pretty positive change in every way. Look at Bruce, look at him. He's leveling up all his skills like no one's business. He really is. It's just crazy. All right, is there anything else that I can do for him actually? Okay, so there's Yara. Obviously, she's not in my party at the moment, so I won't be able to spend any skills with her. There's Barney. I think he's in my party, isn't he? Yes, he actually is. So let's get him some riding skill. Let's get him some riding skill. Let's get him some polearm skill, and we'll get him some bows. And then we'll just level up. Let's get it to 7. Let's get his vigor to 6 or so, and his endurance to 7, and then what else do we want to get him? Yeah, some cunning, I suppose. It's probably going to be pretty good. So yeah, he's got a huge amount of scouting skills. Let's give him night vision and all this wonderful stuff, because he's going to become the next guy that we'll probably make into a party, and then eventually we'll make him into a vassal as well with the rulership mod, if I can get it working, that is, because obviously I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know whether it's going to work for me or not. And we'll go for 10% more tax from villages if he's going to be a clan leader of his own at some point. Character healing rate is really good. And more arrows on horseback. And there you go. And now we have some other focuses that we could potentially do. So I guess focus on scouting. That doesn't really make any difference. Focus on tactics as well. I think that will be pretty good. Okay, happy with that. So let's move on, and let me see. Oh, there's Bruce over there. He's actually fighting. Let's go and help him. Let's go and help him real quick. Oh, never mind. He's raiding a village. He does not need any assistance whatsoever. Yeah, I doubt it at least. Yeah, as you can see, he's doing pretty well. Okay, so shall we try and take this town? Do you think we can? It's got 429 units. Ah, now we have another person. Yes, we have another person asking us for some kind of bartering here. What could you offer for your freedom? All right, so he can give us 8,000. Unfortunately, that's it. That's all he can actually give us. Now, hilariously enough, if we take all his money, is he even going to be able to recruit any units? That's my question. He will be let go. I don't really mind letting him go because he is from the Southern Empire. Apparently, he is now from the Southern Empire, so I don't have a problem with that. But yes, anyway, we're going to continue building our onagers here, because that's what I am actually attempting to do. And as you can see, the ballistas are absolutely tearing us apart like no one's business. I really don't understand how good they're actually being right now. But hopefully we'll be able to fight back. Alright, so here we are. I'm ready. I have 3 fire onagers, 2 regular onagers, well, actually 4 regular onagers, and we're going to be attacking them. Let's see what we can do. Now, I'm hopeful that, hopefully, we'll be able to do quite a bit of damage. There is a mercenary here, so that kind of lets me know that there might be an army on the way. And I'm not a big fan of that, because I don't really want to do any fights on... Oh, really? Are you serious? I called it. I called it, eh? Yeah, I absolutely called it. That is not very good at all. Alright, well, we're going to spec into engineering here. Armor is 10% more effective. I don't exactly know what that means. But I'm going to just let my things continue attacking and everything. And then we're just going to go in and see what we can do about defending against this army. We're just going to literally tell everyone to charge as we normally do. And do bear in mind that we have a huge amount of elite Imperial units as well, so bear that in mind. I think that's going to be pretty cool. And there's going to be a lot of arrows streaming towards them right now. They're going to take so much damage from this. I'm hopeful that I will also be able to level up my bow skill Yes, there we go. I actually did get my final point, my 175th point in bows. And that's really good. I was trying to do some damage with the polearm there, but it wasn't really working out in my favor, so I'm going to have to do something a little bit different here. There we go. Okay, I've got to be careful. Really don't want to get killed by any of these spearmen, thank you very much. And I would like to do some damage against these archers, because here's the thing. Even though these archers are not going to be exceptionally powerful in any way by themselves, with everyone else, they're actually going to be very dangerous. And that is a big problem that I have faced multiple times in these kinds of siege battles. Technically, this isn't even a siege battle, but, you know, it's kind of a battle against someone that's trying to prevent us from sieging. So that's the kind of thing that I mean in that way. But, yeah, anyway, this is going to be very easy for us, as you can see. Well, not very easy. I would say that if we had different tactics, we probably would have ended up losing this. Because just think about how many units they have here. So many. And we're outnumbered by a pretty considerable amount. I think that if they had... I don't know, maybe if they had decided to play on a different environment. So, for example, if they'd gone over there by those trees and then had my cavalry circle around, rotate into the trees, then it would have been a completely different story from what is happening right now. It would have been an absolute bloodbath. And yeah, I'm just thankful that we had a very open battlefield to fight on. You know, it's hilarious. When I'm very calculated in what I'm going to do with my attack, I usually miss so incredibly easily. But when I'm just randomly attacking, I do better than if I try to attack, you know? It's kind of like... You know, you do if you don't, and you die if you do, or whatever. That what is that? What is that saying? Ugh, I can't remember that saying. Never mind. You know it. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there you go. 103 renown, 28 influence. Very nice indeed. And there we are. That is good. And we will be taking them prisoner. We'll be taking all of these guys prisoner, and the ransoms that we'll get from them are hopefully going to be quite useful. And wow, there's actually a huge amount of them. I was not expecting so many, but there you go. Very nice indeed. Won't be taking any prisoners because they're going to weigh me down way too much. I will be taking the loot, however, and I have 94 units. Do you think I would be able to still deal with a sally out? That's the question. How many do they have here? I actually don't know. Let me pause real quick. They have 300. I'm going to assume that they're going to sally out here, but we'll see. Okay, we're doing pretty massive damage. We are doing massive damage to the walls right here. Bear in mind that the longer that they take to sally out, the more my units are going to be able to restore themselves, which is exactly what we want. So if they don't sally out soon, they're probably going to end up losing this entire town. Bear in mind that we literally just defeated one of the largest fights that we've done, with the exception of fighting against the Southern Empire, of course. And look at where the Southern Empire is now. In the dust. They are, well, they've almost turned to dust, shall we say. So that's kind of what's going to happen to these guys if they're not careful. And it seems like we are able to destroy the ballistas very easily. Unfortunately, my onagers are starting to take a little bit too much damage. They might be able to eliminate one more of them. Yep, there we go. There's another one to replace it. That must be very frustrating for them, isn't it? Extremely frustrating. Basically be like, oh, we took out an onager, yeah! And then as soon as they take out an onager, boom, we bring out another one. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that is very frustrating for the AI, but they don't feel frustration, so it's absolutely fine, you know, not a big deal. Alright, I think it's done. Isn't it? Yep, it is super done. So, We have 95 against 222. I'm actually just going to go into my character screen here real quick because I would like to get my instructor skill, which basically allows you to train other archers in archery. And we are going to lead the assault. Oh yeah, this is great. It's so nice to get into a town siege again because it's been a while. I mean, obviously we took the other one from the Northern Empire initially, so I guess it's not been that long, but you know, it's been a while. And let's have a look. Okay, so I'm going to get out my shield real quick because I am kind of worried that they are going to shoot me in the face. I mean, that's a very common worry, isn't it? Okay, so let's get behind my horse here. No, horsey, where are you going? Where are you going, horsey? I need you. Oh dear. Oh, this is... Oh, what? Where are they going? That's kind of weird. Okay, so I'm just going to basically stand around here, and then we'll just see what we can do. Bear in mind that most of my units are not exactly good at siege combat. That's also something that you got to bear in mind. My guys are very good in field battles, but they are really awful in sieges. So I'm going to have to carry them through a little bit, at least the initial stages here. And you can see how much damage that I'm capable of dealing with my glaive right now. It is crazy good. Especially with these long sweeping attacks. Not so much with the overheads. The overheads will do some pretty decent damage, but only if you are in the right positioning. Ow. Oh, I don't want to die here, thank you. This would be bad. If I ended up dying here, that would be very bad. Okay. Okay, not too bad. I'm being very careful here. Much more careful than I was beforehand. I really didn't think I was going to take a huge amount of damage, but apparently, yes. Apparently, that is the way things are now. So, unfortunately, I'm not able to deal much damage. Oh, I got shot. I believe I got shot somewhere. Probably from that guy up there or something like that. Probably should have brought out my bow. That probably would have made more sense, but oh well, never mind. My forces are actually doing quite nicely here, as you can see. And there are some enemies up on the roof. Seems like the camera, the after-death camera, has a bit of a weird problem with, yes, as you can see, with going inside locations. So unfortunately, I won't be able to go inside the stairwells and things like that because, yeah, you get teleported onto the roof, which is a bit weird. Don't know why that happens, but maybe they'll fix it. Maybe they'll fix it at some point. But yeah, anyway, I think we've basically got this wrapped up. There's only 32 enemies remaining, and bear in mind that most of our forces are pretty high tier. There are still 17 heavy horse archers still available, so I'm pretty confident that we'll do okay with just those if the rest get eliminated. So that's not too bad. Oh, we can actually speed this up. And there you go. Yeah, I actually forgot about the speed up function. I haven't used it that much at all, and I need to start using it much, much more. But there you go, 77 renown, 23 influence, just crazy good. And I will be taking the prisoners because I can put them into the garrison here, and hopefully they will be recruited, and then we can expand our garrison just that much more, which is going to be very nice indeed. So let's go in here. And we will do that. Let's go to the dungeon. Lysica. Apparently I've captured Lysica for some reason. Okay. I will be taking all of you out of here, though, because we're going to be taking you over to Argeron. Let's just leave all of those in there. Garrison options, garrison recruitment. Yeah, garrison recruitment. Recruit prisoners over time. Yes. And we'll recruit new troops as well. 100 is perfectly fine, in my opinion. And then we will go into the trade screen, because no doubt we have some stuff that we can sell. Let's sell all of that. Look at that, 9,000. We can sell all of this as well. 20,000 for this? 41,000. Are you serious? That's crazy. Okay. And, ooh, nice new body armor. I'm happy with that. And Sophia could actually use this, so I'm going to give her that. And I'm just going to go down and recruit all, well, not recruit, but upgrade all of my people here. There we go. All right, perfectly acceptable. And there you go. We took it. And we defeated one of the largest armies that we've seen from the Northern Empire, at least. I think, are we against the Northern Empire here? Western. Ugh. Yeah, see, I always get mixed up. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.